Imagine this, that every job you finished would bring 3 more jobs tomorrow. What if your work today could actually be the best strategy for growing your work tomorrow? If you didn't know this, today that's exactly what our conversation is about. Welcome to Mission Plan 316, live every day. And guess what? You guessed it, it's at 316 right here on the Browns Pressure Washing channel. This is the place for kingdom-minded entrepreneurs and business owners who desire to create jobs, make disciples, and serve the city so they can make an impact while making an income and leave a lasting legacy. Today, I'm joined by my guest, Matt Adams from Lynda.co, the tool that turns your completed jobs into trusted building marketing assets. If you ever wondered how to get more local customers without spending a fortune on ads, this is the episode for you. Matt, welcome to the show. Let everybody know where you're from.
Hey, everybody. How are you? Matt here. I am in Deerfield Beach, South Florida, baby.
Let's go. Now let's jump right in. What was the insight that sparked the idea of Lynda.co?
That's a great question. And I think really what it was we've been in the marketplace well over a decade, local SEO. We ran and owned and operated some of our own local businesses in the trades and different things of that nature. And I think it was taking some of our tooling that we know fuels and powers agencies from a visibility perspective and getting that into the hands of local business owners so that they could have access to it themselves. And then the need for being able to take content. I can't tell you how many times, I've spoken to business owners where they haven't touched the website in months. Their latest projects never got uploaded. Their latest videos never got pushed over to any social media or platforms. And, I feel people have been doing a lot better job of it over the last few years, but it was a culmination of needing a way to systematically push new, fresh, relevant, authentic content to the website and Google Business Profile and other platforms as well, so that you can show, hey, we are here. We are doing this stuff. We are actively working in and around your area. Give us a call. We're ready to work for you.
Yeah. So for someone that's listening, that's wanting to grow their business, start a business, you mentioned take photos, videos, and upload them to social media. Will you just help everyone understand what you're talking about and why that matters?
Yeah, so being really involved in your local community, social media is so powerful. People are going to many different places these days now instead of just the traditional, just Google search, right? And then even if they do come in from a Google search, what's the first thing you do when you're looking for something? You probably hit their socials, maybe their Instagram, their Facebook, check them out. You're going to, of course, look at their website. So having this powerful media being distributed, it's just leagues important than it was before because of the consumer behavior now behind the fact that even if they Google you and found you and they called you maybe right away, they're going to look you up before they sign on that dotted line, before they write that check from that checkbook, if we even do that anymore. But
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Apple Pay these days. We can just go beep. Now, you said something about taking photos, taking videos inside your community. Where am I supposed to upload those to? And is it really going to grow my brand? Am I really going to get more business?
Great question. So with our tooling at Lynda, we make it all seamless right in one dashboard. You have the back-end dashboard on the web as well as right on the phone too. So you can have already your picture can go right to the app. And then when you syndicate it through the Lynda platform, it's going to get distributed to the pages on your website automatically that matter the most, including location pages as well as service pages. So those service pages that oftentimes get written one time and then never get real and fresh, authentic, updated content into the future, now are getting distributed the content of your real and actual work that gets read and trusted not only by Google, but consumers too, get to see the visual aspect of the real, authentic work that you're doing.
Yeah, I like that. So I want you to chat to the dude that isn't really good using his phone, doesn't know really what to do. I want you to break it down as simple as possible on what it looks like to snap some photos, take a video, like what do they need to do it, and then would you mind sharing with them? And I know Lynda does a lot of the automation that makes things simple. That's why I use you and trust you and some of the other things you do. But I want for anybody that's wanting to just do it yourself to save money, what are they supposed to take pictures of and videos of? And then where are the top platforms for them to post them on to help them turn the job they have today into 3 jobs tomorrow?
Great question. So it's as simple as getting good before and afters on your phone of your work. And then from the same angle, I see this problem a lot where people will take a photo of the before and they took it this way at that property. And then they take the after photo, and the after photo is like this, right? And I'm not over exaggerating, but getting them from the same position is highly important and just will go leagues into the future for getting that beautiful transformation. And then what you can do with that, even creating other video and other content. From there, on to the next parts of your questions, complete DIY, doing it yourself. I would say the top platforms that should be addressed especially in early days. Of course, Facebook. I think Facebook's great. Getting involved on Facebook in your local communities is fantastic. People will see it. People will interact with it. It's a fantastic spot. Google Business Profile, uploading directly to the Google Business Profile. Both of those get taken care of as well at the same time with the Lynda automation. And then to the website, right? And that's the piece, I think, where we found that most people wouldn't end up doing because it's cumbersome to get logged into the website, transfer it over to the computer, get those pictures into a folder and in a format to work for you. And then it causes so much extra steps. But that's what I would be doing to make sure that all of those things are showcased in your day-to-day work of what you're getting done and the beautiful craftsmanship that you're sharing with everybody.
Yeah, I want to speak directly to all of our pressure washing companies, and it's not just pressure washing, it's pretty much anybody in the trades or trying to grow a business. You have to be doing this. You don't have to, but if you want to grow and scale and work yourself out of the day to day and maybe hire a team, you've got to be putting these systems in place and you've got to be implementing them. And so let me just share what we just heard. You got to have a Facebook page. You got to have a Google profile business, or, GMB is what they used to call it. You've got to create that, and you got to be connecting it to your website. If I do all of those things consistently day in, day out, what is that going to do for my business? Someone that's doing, say $50,000 a year, they're doing this every day. What's going to happen in the future if they do this, Matt?
More visibility, more customer trust, more trust on the platforms, more spreading in front of more eyeballs to get into people that potentially need what you're offering in your services.
Yeah. And so I want everyone to hear very clearly, if you don't practice these systems, it's more likely you're going to be taken out by those who do. So if you're in a fight, one person has a water gun, another person has maybe not a water gun, which I don't want to get censored, but they have something that's not a water gun, you're going to get beat. And so you got to make sure that you're using the tools that are around you to accomplish the task that's in front of you. And your job is to create jobs for your city. If you're a business owner, it's not just about you making money. It's about you growing to a place that you can provide some other person a job where you can mentor them and then create more jobs and more jobs. That's the beauty of putting these things into place as you can scale. You mentioned something about tagging. Talk to me, what is geotagging in the most basic terms?
So in the most basic terms is when you do snap a photo, it gets the location of where that was from. And that data does get picked up by the platforms as well as Google goes onto your website. And so in the most simple forms, that's where it is. I think the more important part than just a geotag or a geolocation in these photos is the fresh and authentic consistency of doing it consistent, right? That fresh and authentic upload of content is something that all of these platforms reward, right? Instagram, Facebook, Google, they want the media. They want that real and authentic media. And I think a lot of people get it wrong where they are using stock photos or they are using generated Photoshop or Canva style ones of like offers. And what they want is that real authentic data of what's going on in local areas and where it's going on and where it's going on for your business to attach that to.
All right, you're too smart for most dudes like me that are in the trades. When I take a photo and we talk about geotagged, what does that mean? Just very basic.
At the most basic, it means that that photo was taken at a very specific point.
Yeah. So is it also time stamped?
Yes.
How is that relevant?
So that's and not as so it's relevant because that location gets shared with the platforms when you upload, right? They absorb that information behind the photo.
Yeah. So this is kind of what I want everyone to do. I want everyone to take our photos from our jobs and then post it in their area because it's really geocoded for our area and it's timestamped in our area. Just kidding. But I want you to know when people are taking your stuff, they're not really helping their business. You've got to really be taking pictures of your work and your business and then uploading them to these platforms. If I don't have time to do it, you offer some things called check-ins, service spotlight, market maps. Can you share a little bit about what each one of them and have they really helped individuals scale their business?
Yes. So to break that down from each one, market maps are going to show you in your local market what your visibility looks like on Google around a geographic area. So how far from your location or your service area do you actually show up when somebody is typing in some form of a keyword like pressure washer near me, or roof cleaning near me? The market maps are a fantastic way to have a barometer on what your visibility looks like day to day. From there, the service spotlight is fantastic. So the service spotlight gets installed on your website. And what happens is when you upload the photos through the Lynda platform, or we do it for you, which we do, the photos are automatically syndicated to your website. Those photos are absorbed and picked up by Google, indexed by Google, as well as customer trust. So a lot of people put this front and center on their website, on their location page, and then on their service pages because it's a great opportunity to say, hey, we're active. We're actively working. This is what we've just recently done. And then they can see the work that you have gone ahead and done. Those are the market maps and the service spotlights.
Do you have your computer at a place where you're able to pull up and just show some images for anybody that's watching on YouTube or Facebook, Instagram, or on LinkedIn? Just kind of show them what a zone map, a heat map looks like and how these things work. And then, we'll go from there.
I can get that up. Give me just a minute and we can keep chatting and I'll get one up.
As you're pulling it up, what do you see most tradespeople doing wrong when it comes to their marketing, especially inside their Google Profile Manager?
In the Google Profile Manager, one of the number one things that I see people are doing wrong is not targeting the area where they're actually located. So if you're a service area business and you were verified at an address, you have to use an address to get verified, right? People think that address will extend to the next city that they actually want to target. And that is not the way that it works. Google still knows and understands where you were verified and what that point was. So one of the biggest ones that I see there in the Google Business Profile is trying to make all of their content over the area that they think is going to be better, or that they may know that's going to be better based on data that they've researched and found that the houses are nicer there or whatnot, and more income. And I see that as a trouble, because what happens is they can't figure out why there's no visibility, over there. And then what happens is they end up not gaining or winning their area because they're targeting too far away from where they are. Let's say that's one of the biggest. The second biggest would be is not actively uploading your photos and authentic content to your Google Business Profile, in addition to some of the other platforms and even your website. Those are probably both in tandem pretty heavily on the top couple mistakes that we see.
Hey, if you have ever felt invisible online, I want you to drop inside the comments that you need help. And if you do, we're going to send you actually some free resources and to some ways that you can actually grow your presence online. So if you're listening, whatever day and time it is where you're at, go ahead and just put inside of there invisible or need help. And then we'll make sure we'll send you some free resources for that. Do you have that map pulled up?
Working on it, almost there.
All right. Let me ask you this. How does Lynda automate review generation via kiosk, QR, or SMS?
So the main one we do is with SMS. Upon completing a job and then doing a check-in, you can go ahead and request a review. We can also take, we can do hook into any CRM that you might be using. So upon a closed job, we can go ahead and syndicate that outreach for a review request specifically too. We can also do feedback gathering as well for positive and negative feedback from potential clients.
Yeah, I want someone thinking about growing their business. How essential is getting a review to growing your business?
I'm not sure there's any other number one most important thing. They look at velocity. They look at amount of reviews. To be competitive in a local market, we need to win those reviews and be gaining reviews at all times. And I think this isn't exactly what you asked, but I want to say this. This is important. I speak to a lot of companies over the last many years of doing this, and it surprises me how many people don't have as a part of their morning meeting of the week or of the month as a review piece as a part of that. It seems to be such a forgotten piece where you're doing it and you have some guys that are winning and that are the main, they're the ones getting all the reviews, and some of the other guys might not be getting as many reviews. But I just can't say enough to that the reviews, and speaking about getting 5-star reviews for your work and for you as a technician out there, people so often forget to include that and it can just be a short piece. Hey guys, we getting our reviews? We getting our reviews this week? Everybody remembering to? You need any updates? Do we have a new listing we want to get reviews on? Do we need new cards? Did you guys run out of cards? Did you forget? Did you lose your business cards that have the review QR code on it? And doing that as a continual piece of the business mechanism in general, I can't believe how forgotten it gets, but highly important. Put it as a piece of your morning meetings, whether that's every day, once a week, once a month, but some piece of that, talking about the importance of those reviews and getting those 5-star reviews.
Yeah, just to your point, some things that we do here, Brown's Pressure Washing in Nashville, is we have a scoreboard that's on a dry erase board, and that gets updated every week in front of all the guys, and you get to see their upsells, the work completed. They all have goals, how many 5 stars, how many yard signs they put out, and also how many callbacks. And seeing that on a board in front of you brings in a little bit of accountability. And then once a month, we end up having a drawing from 3 categories that we choose. And then whoever won that category ends up getting to spin a wheel where they end up getting gifts and prizes. So it's a little bit of old school gamification. But I want our listeners to know the way that we grew our company is I really started with one goal, earn a 5-star review from every job. That is the only thing I thought about from the customer journey, from when I met Mrs. Jones to asking for a 5-star to following up for a 5-star. It was all around one idea. How can I earn a 5-star review from every job? We're somewhere around 35, 40%. And at our highest, we get about 90 reviews in 1 month during our peak season. And it's all around this idea, the customer's journey. They have to be hearing it. Hey, Mrs. Jones, Josh here from Brown's Pressure Washing. Just want you to know our goal is to earn a 5-star review from you today. If for any reason we don't, let me know. Now, on the order, I see that you've got a house wash. Is there any questions that you might have? The whole script is built on that to grow your business. So if anybody's listening, whatever trades that you're in, do everything you can in your customer journey to win the 5-star review. Did you get that screen ready for today?
I did.
Let's go.
Um,
I don't know if it'll let you live
there
or
we
not.
go. I have it shared. Awesome.
Boom. Never done this before.
Okay, so this what you're looking at here quickly is a market map, and this market map shows you around your area at your location, where do you rank on Google Business Profile. So when somebody goes to that map pack, types in pressure washing company, are you number 1, 2, or 3? Are you winning that coveted map pack spot or not? Right, and this allows us to have a barometer of where do we want to focus, how far can we get, at what point do we maybe need to consider another location. How far can we get from our specific area? And this specific grid is huge, actually. This is a 2-mile, 26-mile across for this specific market map, which is massive, massive area of winning for this specific one we're looking at.
So you guys have helped that company. If I, correct me if I'm wrong. If it's green, it's good. If it's red, it's bad.
Correct.
Okay.
And the most simple form. You want to be number 1, 2, or 3. Number 1, 2, or 3, it means you are in that map.
So doing the things that you shared to do, this is what happens over time. Where was this customer at, maybe at the beginning of the journey? Do you have any prior dates or months that we can look at to see that, hey, you actually know what you're talking about, and you didn't just generate this with ChatGPT or Gronk or some other platform. So I want to see where maybe they started at.
Lots of red way in the beginning, a lot less, only 50%, and then moving more towards 60. Lots of other wins like roof washing. I believe I'm on the right one. So like roof washing started from 11% in that area. And right now consistently is hovering at over 55%. The percent is based on the share of local voice for how far are you number 1, 2, and 3 in a specific area.
Man, that is super good. So you're actually able to target every single service that somebody has, whether it's pressure washing, window cleaning, plumbing, what are some of the top trades that you work with?
A lot of pressure washing, HVAC, plumbing, electricians, garage door, the gambit of home services, I would say.
And so you're able to take their company and get them from, 10, 11% search to maybe around 50% keyword search. And this is a lot of organic. Is that right? Or is this paid?
This is organic, and it takes time. It starts with a good foundation, website, making sure that you have your right services, and then building. And then all of those mentions of your company, like we're talking about, are something that's getting absorbed now, right? So those mentions of other people speaking about your company or other people sharing your company is something that gets absorbed into the web and into the sphere. So it starts with a great foundation of proper web building, proper local SEO, and then real and authentic content helps to fuel that growth and continue to sustain that growth, as well as the review piece. Review piece is extremely heavy these days.
Wow, Matt, we're going to be landing this plane. Is there anything else that you want to share before we end up signing off for today?
I would just say if anybody wants a market map of how they look and how what their visibility looks like, they're welcome to reach out. And it's a pleasure being here. I thank you so much, Joshua. It's always a pleasure connecting with you, man.
Yeah, well, here's kind of my big takeaway is that your daily work isn't just work. It has the potential to bring in a ton of future income, and future income creates the opportunity to bring on new team members for the future. And if we can grow our businesses, we can end up providing jobs for our city. And so I want you to think about that everything that you do, you want to set the standard in excellence. And that excellence is what gives you the ability to create jobs. The entire month of September, this entire conversation is about how to create jobs. And it's not about how to just make you more money. It's how to grow your business to a place where you can bring somebody else on and provide them jobs so you can mentor them and encourage them inside this life. Because one of the best things that we can do as a business owner is to grow our business to a point where we're doing what we're good at and other people are doing what they're great at and they're able to provide an income for their family. So I appreciate you being here today. If anybody is interested in finding out more information on what we're building, you can join us for free at the asyougo.network. It's a community, a legit community for entrepreneurs and Christian business owners who desire to create jobs, make disciples, serve the city so they can make an impact while making an income and leave a lasting legacy. Tomorrow, you're going to want to be here. I've got Shane Glow Daddy Duffy on the show. We're going to be talking about outdoor lighting, Christmas lights, scaling an empire, and learning a lot from him. And until then, peace.